There it is, man. First of all, for people who don't know, you originally, before you linked with Drumwork and Conway, you were kind of working, you were like the sneaker guy. So you were working out of a sneaker store in Buffalo?
Yeah.
So were you kind of like ever known to be a rapper at that same time, or were you kind of like everyone's sneaker plug? Like, kind of break that down.
Nah, I was I was working I was the manager at the sneaker spot for a long time.
So you were the plug?
Yeah, kind of, not really, because I wasn't on no backdoor shit.
You couldn't set some shoes aside for someone?
I could if I really fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, I wasn't really doing that type of shit. I was just really working there to try and support my dream.
Right.
You know what I mean? And people definitely knew that I was rapping back then too, because I was doing like ciphers and there at the store. Actually, I was doing that. I was doing shows all around the town. I was doing shows out of town. So it was just something that I was doing in the time so that I could just support the dream and just support myself.
So what ended up kind of being the bridge from you doing that to signing with Drumwork?
It was really like the pandemic. Like once the pandemic came around, I got furloughed from work because nobody was going to the sneaker store to go buy no kicks and shit. So
right.
We ended up all getting furloughed there at the store, and I was just locking in. And when the opportunity came back to go back to the store and work, the company I was working for, they just
What company was it?
If you ever heard of DTLR Villa?
Oh yeah, DTLR.
Yeah, I was working with DTLR, and they just it was just a few situations that happened there in the store where I just wasn't comfortable working in the store, and I ended up leaving. And 2 days later, that's when Conway reached out to me. You know what I mean? Like I kind of just took a big leap of faith and just trusted God, and I didn't know where I was gonna go next or what was gonna happen next, but it just didn't feel right. I felt like I wasn't being treated like a human being at the end of the day that had value.
Well, I feel like too, the last couple years you've kind of gone through like some real like artist development. Like I feel like you've been putting out music, but you've also been kind of able to sit to the side and watch, go to these big Griselda shows or go do South. Like last year you did South by Southwest. I forget why Conway couldn't make it, but I remember there was a show that last year I saw you do with Stove God. But like it was dope to see, like kind of like I feel like every time I see you, you're kind of like getting like standing on your own a little bit more, because I feel like it's hard to come in when you're coming in with somebody like Conway, because everyone's going to kind of associate you guys together. But I feel like you've done a good job of kind of being your own man. You know what I mean?
That's like one of the biggest things for me. It's crazy that you even bring that up, because everything that I've done to this point has been to support that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like you said, it is kind of hard. Like, it's hard to have two stars really shine bright together, but I know like, I know I'm a star too. So, I got to do a good job of making that known, and just, anytime that I do have a chance to kind of, do a show separately or, just do my own thing. You know what I mean? I always take those opportunities. Like Conway, that's my big brother. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to the big bro. You know what I'm saying? But, I got to shine too. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm going to do.